Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Suzanne Steele, and tonight you are here to look at a new way, a better way to a life in balance. I am in New Hampshire, and I am joined with two amazing women, Ann Brienza, also in New Hampshire, and Nancy Lindblom in Florida. And we are a group of independent Nikken consultants. We help enrich lives, uplift the world, and we are about sharing prosperity.
We share it through a Japanese health and research institute called Nikken that was started back in 1975 in Japan, which today is known as the healthiest country in the world. And Nikken opened in North America in '89 and then founded its world headquarters back in 2001. The company has billions of global sales. It's totally debt-free and has millions of satisfied customers. And it was started by a gentleman named Isama Masuda, whose goal was to have world peace through world health. His philosophy, or the philosophy of the company, is based on the 5 pillars of health. That is, all the areas of your life, as you see out on the diagram, all these areas of everyone's lives: mind, body, family, society, and finances. And in the middle is your spiritual beliefs, your personal things that you hold on to. And on each area, the goal is to have all of these areas in balance. And as you go through the slides tonight and listen to us, just try to keep in mind this diagram and see if anything kind of jumps out at you in your own personal life, something that may be a little out of balance and could use some tweaking.
So for most people, out of those 5 pillars, they point to finances. It is the #1 source of stress. And this picture that is on the screen is by Robert Kiyosaki. It's called the cashflow quadrant. And our challenges is because most people are employees or self-employed. They're either owning a job as a self-employed person, like a doctor, a lawyer, a dentist, or they're an employee and they have a job. If you're an employee, you might feel like you are in a box like this young woman. She can't take the time off that she wants because her colleagues are taking the time off. Maybe she can't feel like she can get out of the box and grow to her potential. And a self-employed person needs to work because if they're not there, they're not earning the income. 96% of the people are choosing this, but they only have 3% of the wealth. Now, there is a better way. If you're on the right side, you're either a business owner or you're an investor. That means as a business owner, you have a system that works for you, like a Starbucks. And if you invest, meaning you have excess money to invest, you have your money work for you, like Warren Buffett. Well, for most people, there is a new way that is helping with this process of moving from an employee and self-employed to that right side of the quadrant. It's called the gig economy. It's where independent workers have temporary engagements. They're able to be portable in a business because of what's pictured on the right here. Our phones, our electronics, all of these devices are helpful in some ways. In this way, they're helpful because you can have a business anywhere you go. It's wonderful because millennials have seen changes in the workforce. They may have seen parents or grandparents get outsourced. I was outsourced over 2 years ago, and fortunately, I had started a side gig over 20 years ago. Gigs came from the music industry. Musicians would do things they loved, and they would play on the weekends or in the evenings, earning extra income. Well, I started a gig, fortunately, that have helped me when I lost my income. millennials are looking for a balance. They're seeing this as a potential way of doing that.
And the health facts are our bodies are burdened. And Suzanne touched upon stress is involved with our finances, but that all impacts our body. It impacts our heart disease, diabetes, fatigue, allergies, sleep, and weight. And one poor night without sleep, like this young woman here, it looks like she's had a couple nights of no sleep. Her immune system immediately drops by 60% and continues to drop even more as she gets less and less sleep. And our weight in the US, 2 in 3 adults are considered overweight or obese. And the weight loss industry is 20 billion annually and growing. And water. Water is a major thing everywhere. Bottled water is found to contain many chemicals, including various disruptors. We don't even know where bottled water comes from when it's bottled. And I live in Florida, and the tap water here is horrible. So we need solutions for all these health facts. So stay tuned. The health trends. This is a young child with a cell phone. He's going to grow up and go to school where he's going to be in these fluorescent lights, and his energy is going to be sapped. And it says here 1 out of every 5 adolescents will be obese. These dates are outdated. It's even increased even more. These children are overweight. They're not eating properly in schools, and it's just really shameful that we don't have a healthier school system and a healthier way of keeping these kids healthy. And Nikken has many things that can help these children get on a healthier level. And what is the answer? We on the call here are Nikken consultants, and we take personal responsibility through self-care. We choose active wellness. We have chosen to be healthy by choice, not by chance. We've taken control over our health and our family's health. And it's a slow process. When I found out about Nikken 16 years ago, I started on some of the technologies. I was healthy, I had no issues, but now 16 years later, I'm healthier than I was then. And I've taken this as an active process, and it's a slow process, but it's well worth it.
And this wasn't something, as Nancy said, that happened overnight, 16 years ago, and actually 18 years ago when I discovered Nikken, when someone shared it with me. It was small choices I made to incorporate some of the technologies into my life. And over time, my sleep became better, my health became better. As a result, my relationships with others in my family were healthier. These are things that we choose every day. We make choices. Take, for instance, anyone training for any particular athletic event. The gentleman who just won the US Open, the golf Open, certainly didn't go up there and just hit a couple balls and go out and win the Open. What he did was every day he was out there practicing and working towards it. So it was behaviors that were established over the course of time. And this also is with our small choices we make in our life, and also in how we support ourselves. And over a long time, this becomes different, with a radical difference. These behaviors become habits which influence whether we're the lady that's looking up at the sun and happy and smiling with her choices, or the one that didn't make such good choices and is down at the bottom and who is suffering from bad daily choices.
What Nikken offers is what we call a certified wellness home. We have this beautiful picture of a greenhouse. It really is like a greenhouse for your house. It's creating that environment. The greenhouse is an optimal environment for the plants so that they can thrive. Well, what we have are different solutions that create that. And at the bottom, you see grounding, nutrition, energy, water, and sleep. We call it good news for health. And now let's take a closer look at each. First, N for nutrition. We have a host of whole food nutrition products, and we don't have a whole lot of time to discuss each one. I'm going to pull out one of them in the mix that you see there, and it's the little green bottle or the little green canister next to the shaker cup. It's called Jade Greenzymes. It really is an incredible product for humans and animals too. It's an alkalizing green barley that is a food that nourishes you, gives you energy, and has a whole lot of other side benefits. And I will tell you that when my cat does not want to eat her food, I open up that jar, and as soon as I do, she comes running. I sprinkle a little on, and it keeps her stomach happy and the rest of her happy as well.
The E in our active wellness solutions is energy. All the products that you see here are get basically energy from the earth, energy from nature, energy from the sun. You'll see a mat. We talked about grounding. There's a bronze colored mat that helps alleviate EMFs and help our body balance in its ability to fight off the damage of radicals, free radicals. Some of the other technologies you put in your shoes, you wear around your neck, you sit on, you sleep on, you might tape to yourself. And we have some devices that emit a field of magnetism that could be restorative and relaxing. And so all of these are daily products that you can use. I was talking about before, habits that we establish each day that you can use to establish good habits for health.
And the W in news, good news, is water. And here are 3 items. The tall one is an 18-inch, we call it a waterfall. And this in the top, you put your tap water in, and it oxygenates the water, it magnetizes the water, it turns it into pi mag water, which is Japanese living magnetized water. So it's hydrated into your body much quicker. And today I was playing golf at 93 degrees, and I was hydrating all day long with this. And then I had the water bottle to the left, which has the same filtration system as the canister waterfall. And I kept putting ice and water for the golf course in there and kept hydrating myself. And then I came home, and at the shower head below, I was able to shower all those nasty things that we get on the golf course. And my skin is nice and clean and soft, and I don't have to shower with the chlorine that's down here. So the water is very, very healthy.
And the last item in our active wellness solution is the sleep system. And this is something that was introduced to me when I first learned about Nikken. And we have a pad that incorporates the energy of the earth, and a comforter which allows you to sleep in being temperate, so that being with the person that you may or may not be sleeping with will be able to sleep under the same comforter, that it's actually individually regulated without electricity. We have a pillow and a wonderful item called a sleep mask, which is great because it blocks off, as we know, all the light that may be coming in and keeping us awake at night. So this sleep system is to keep us in the greenhouse that Suzanne was mentioning. And I know that this was my first product, and it made a huge difference in my ability to be restored, how to get restorative sleep and feel rested and relaxed and ready to go the next day.
Did we lose Suzanne?
So what we have is, how do we find out about these amazing products? Well, one way is to start with a commitment to join Nikken and be perhaps a customer at first. Or if you see this as what we did, to join as consultants, so that not only can we enjoy the products for ourselves, share them with our friends, but also help our financial pillar, which is really one of our most important pillars in our life, to alleviate stress. Some people do it as a part-time gig. Some people do it as full-time. But in any case, what they enjoy is that Nikken takes care of all of the products, the inventory, the research and development, which I mentioned that the company is to be first and foremost. They take care of warehousing operations. Everything's online. It's drop shipped. All we as consultants need to do is be the messengers and share the product, and Nikken then rewards us with commissions and special incentives, bonuses, and even wonderful trips each year.
And what do Nikken entrepreneurs do? Well, some of us are wellness consultants, and we do this every Tuesday. We help others, show them what Nikken is all about, and we help them to choose an active wellness. It's all about compounding and leveraging and helping each other. There's always somebody out there if we have questions, whether they be medical or technical about one of the products. There's always someone there that we can call up and answer the question. So it's a great way to meet people, to leverage each other and help each other, and you just meet the most wonderful people that want to take care of their health and their family's health and get their Nikken wellness home. And your potential. Here we have an apple orchard. I want to call it the Nikken orchard, because you may get one person who's an apple and you're introducing them to the Nikken products, and you don't know how many people that person is going to share their experience with, because it's all about experiencing these products. We don't just sell you something and try it. We want you to we just want sell you something and take it home, is what I'm trying to say. We ask you to try them and see how they're going to affect your body, and we really the company stands by these products, and you just don't know how far this Nikken orchard is going to go to establish many, many Nikken wellness homes.
We hope over the last few minutes that you've seen something that can benefit one of those 5 or 2 of those 5 pillars that Anne mentioned at the beginning that may be a little out of balance, whether it be your mind, your body, your family, society, or finances. If you've seen something tonight that you'd like to learn more about, we encourage you to get back to the person that invited you, and let us help you begin that success story, help you grow and live in an active wellness lifestyle. You might just want to connect us with people that could benefit. You might be at that point where you'd like to try some of these products like Nancy was just mentioning. Or you may already be at that point where you are using these amazing solutions and you want to share it with others and make a greater impact. We honor every option that works best for you, and we want to thank you again for your time.